What myth is still widely circulated as truth? Lemmings commit mass suicide. Perhaps the most influential and, for the lemmings involved, tragic presentation of the myth was the 1958 Disney film White Wilderness, which won an Academy Award for documentary feature and in which producers threw lemmings off a cliff to their deaths to fake footage of a mass suicide, as well as faked scenes of mass migration. 15. Humans are really bad at committing confirmation bias. Lemmings aren't running off of cliffs by themselves. Hurl them off rather than reconsider that detail. I don't understand. They literally just did it for the spectacle? That is evil. People in general know the world was flat until Columbus sailed the ocean blue. No, the ancient world figured that out a long time before. People just thought that it wasn't possible to sail across the ocean to Asia because sailors would run out of food by then, while Columbus thought that wasn't case because he thought Asia was bigger than contemporary estimates. He actually thought the diameter of Earth was much smaller than contemporary estimates, too. He was very wrong. The standard estimates were accurate, but he got lucky. That goldfish have a 6 seconds memory. I mean, it's still not great, I think like a couple months. But still. Get your fish a bigger damn tank. Edit. Thank you for the awards and up dudes. Very kind of you. People have actually taught their goldfish to do tricks like swimming through a hoop. They are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. And yes, they need bigger tanks. I got one from a fair one time and put it in my grandma's koi pond. It got huge. Had a friend with a blind goldfish, an aggressive fish attacked it. It could swim around its tank happily. Mate says watch this and moves a couple of ornaments. Fish starts running into shit everywhere because the layout has changed and it no longer knows where it can swim. Also, our own goldfish know that when a white ramekin is put in front of the tank that contains peas or broccoli and it's feed time, they'll hang around and watch it through the glass until they're fed. That you can reduce fat from a particular body part. I always laugh at those electric belly jigglers. Then why do I have a goddamn needle dick? It's obviously because I work it out so much. The myth: you can tell if a snake is venomous or not by the shape of its pupil, slit for venomous, round for non-venomous. The truth: pupil shape has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not a snake has venom, and, if you're close enough to get a good look at a snake's pupils, you're probably close enough to get bit. The advice: if you cannot, from a safe distance, immediately identify a snake beyond a reasonable doubt, assume it's dangerous and behave accordingly, keep your distance, stay out of its direct path, and keep your eyes on it until one or the other of you leaves the area. This town ain't big enough for the both of us, snake. Urine neutralizes jellyfish stings. Use vinegar instead. That stuff will actually save you, at least long enough for an ambulance to arrive. That damn Friends episode. That shaving makes your beard grow better. When I was a teenager, a lot of people told me that shaving would make my beard grow faster. Well, I didn't want to shave any more than I absolutely had to, so I often went weeks at a time without shaving. It wasn't the best look for me. That one I've heard repeatedly is shaving makes your hair grow back thicker. I have had lengthy arguments with more than one person about this. Catherine the Great died after attempting to have sex with a horse. This myth was started by the French. And then they ask why everyone believes Napoleon was a tiny, tiny man. I loved the way that rumor came into play on the plot of The Great on Hulu. Not the most historically accurate show, that's for sure, but it was a lot of fun. ETA, that said, I could have easily gone my whole life without watching a sex scene featuring Klaus Baudelaire. No thank you, Hulu. That Marilyn Manson removed 2 of his ribs to blow himself. I will never understand how this one traveled around the world before widespread use of the internet for stuff like this. Some of the other ones, sure, they were stuff that sounded medical or scientific, were circulated by papers or magazines. But this one somehow circulated in places that may have never even known who Marilyn Manson was. So you're telling me I didn't have to remove 2 of my ribs to be able to blow Marilyn Manson? Bulls hate red. They are actually colorblind and are reacting to the movement of the cloth and the asshole behind it. You also gotta keep in mind those bulls are poorly treated and usually given some kind of stimulants. Bulls on our ranch are actually quite friendly as long as it's not breeding season. Something about touching baby birds and their parents abandoning them due to the smell of human touch. Edit, after reading through several replies, perhaps there is some truth to this based on the animal. One time my son came home smelling like a bird and I told him to get the hell out and never come back. The idea behind this statement was so that you don't get attached to wild animals, and that not all animals can be domesticated. It's more so a deterrent than it to be true as with some of these other popular wrong truths. Gum takes 7 years to digest. No, that's if you eat people. People take 7 years to digest. You never actually digest it, you just blow it out your ass. If I swallow watermelon seeds but tomorrow there will be a watermelon tree growing out of my badunkadonk. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.